Your ideas turn into strategy now. On Thursday, January 1st, Mercury enters Capricorn to kick off 2026 for us. As you can see, we're doing it a bit differently. I'm giving you an overhead view for the next 3 aspects, and I am including a pick a card for the practice that goes perfectly with this particular energy and this aspect. So let me read you the description first from astrology.com so you can get an idea of what Mercury in Capricorn is going to bring for us. Mercury is entering Capricorn today and is going to be in Capricorn through January 19th, about 2.5 weeks, a little short run here. And the description says, get your New Year's resolutions ready as you'll be thinking big when the planet of communication is in the ambitious Capricorn. Start the new year by planting the seeds of success and plotting your way to the top. Very nice. Yes, it's a nice way to start the new year. I do think that there has been an interesting energy as I've been doing just individual sessions, doing polls for my membership pages that I offer, lots of guidance on those membership pages, where and personal readings, yeah, they're saying, and personal readings, where the offering of advice for the start of the year is not to be too hard on yourself, creating, specific intentions and resolutions. Instead, it's kind of like allowing it to come to you. So there's no real force behind the energy. Mercury in Capricorn on the first of the year is really nice because it allows us to listen for the communication, listen for the truth. And as I said, we'll be doing a pick a card that's going to nicely help you ask yourself an internal question to align with this energy to start the year. And we've got a 4 and a 1 here, which is a 5. So some changes that may be coming to your attention or may need to be made. This is from a place of love, starting new, or coming from your heart center for your individual self, right? A 4 and a 1. So we'll get this shuffled up and we'll see what the cards have to provide us for guidance. All right. Let's see what we have from the Oracle first. Mercury in Capricorn. There's our 5 very clearly being given. And of course, clarity. This is the perfect card for this aspect and to kick off the year. Planning and releasing illusion is what the description words say. Also, you can see there's like an eagle that's guiding her. This is a focused change, is what Spirit is saying. A focused change. I really love the energy of this card. I hope you can feel that through the screen. Touching it, coming into contact with it, and the message feels very direct and very Spirit? It feels intentional, very intentional. So clarity coming in as Mercury moves into Capricorn to help us start plotting our intentions, plotting our path, plotting what it is we're actually going to do, setting things up in a way that feels like we're working towards a purposeful goal. Obviously, this bird of prey is going to get very focused on what it wants to achieve, grab, etc. And so I love that this is showing up for us for the Oracle. I think that the 5 energy again is like, look into your heart for yourself, look into what it is that you want to know, that you need to know for you to kick off the new year. So it's a large picture perspective, high above, higher perspective that we are taking in order to get a focused intention on whatever it is that is important to you. What do you want clarity on? Mercury in Capricorn says you will receive that if you ask for it. There's this sense of opening up your channel, being very direct and clear about what you're asking about, what you want to be focused on, so that you can have clarity to be able to plan and kind of let go of any kind of illusion or dreamlike state that may have held you back from making the plans for like realistic plans for what it is you would like to achieve. I see us like settling into the truth of something and then having this beautiful burst of insight or burst of clarity around that. So, yeah, if it feels dreamlike, I think Neptune is starting to settle as it gets ready to move into Aries. Neptune's been on a journey, and that can get really foggy when we're looking at what we're dreaming about, what we want. It can fog up the truth or fog up the reality for us, and they're just bringing that up. So that's why I'm saying that. So this energy just feels like the opposite of that. It feels like the clouds have parted. It's very clear. We can see what we want to do. And when you ask and open up your channel, you're going to get the clarity that you need, especially around any kind of changes that you feel like you need to make or you didn't realize you needed to make. Looking at the truth of the situation and the reality of the situation and then asking about it. What changes do I need to make? Getting those clear responses at the start of the year. Remember, this is only about 2.5 weeks that Mercury moves. It's a very fast moving planet, right? And so take these first 2.5 weeks and allow your channel to be open. Ask the questions and be open to receiving the answers and the clarity you need. Let's see what the tarot gives. Oh, yes. The King of Fire, master of inspiration, master of passion. When the King of Fire or the King of Wands has something that's settling in their heart, again, we got that 4, right? When he is clear about what his vision is, what is inspiring him, and what he's passionate about, immediately this is the trek for that, the planning for that, the strategy around that. The fact that we're getting these two together is absolutely amazing, right? It's absolutely amazing. The energy is, what is my passion? This is what I want to lean into. What do I need to know? What do I need to change so that I can master this or I can be the master of my own experience, of my own passion? The King of Fire, I would say in very high expression, is super attractive, super confident. Yeah, lights up the world is what Spirit is saying. Lights up the world, lights up the path, goes after it, isn't afraid to do that. Very charismatic, a wonderful leader. Yeah, they're saying very good salesman energy there. So if there's something that you want to go after in high expression, when you have the clarity, the King of Wands says, you are the King of Wands. Go ahead and go after that. Feed the fire within you and allow yourself to be led. Low expression energy of the King of Fire, just to give you that heads up, is, impulsivity, anger, being way too quick to react, right? Getting fired up. Think about the low expression of fire at a very high degree. We want to stay away from that. And that's why I think the narrative around the beginning of the year has been, for the past, I would say, 1.5 to 2 weeks, very clearly being channeled in for everyone that I am channeling for, as hang back for a minute, let it settle, tap into your inspiration, but take the couple of weeks to go like, this feels good to me. What do you have? Like, what do I need to know about this? Instead of just hopping on it and assuming, right? Get the clarity first and then go for it. Let's see what we have for a charm. It's a tiny little one. Oh, look at that heart. Little tiny heart charm. There it is again. The 4 is indicative of your heart as well. This is something that feels purposeful, right? Something that you love, something that is within your heart, something that almost may feel like if you don't explore it, it's something's going to feel off within you. Following your heart, following that fire within, listening to it, and then receiving so that you can plan in reality how it is you're going to embark upon going after that goal, living that passion, being led by that inspiration. The fire energy is your true spirit. So we're really tapping into our true spirit at the start of the year with Mercury in Cap. listening to our heart, what fills up your heart. Look how small that is. It's like, even if it's a small little nudge, are you going to give it some time? Are you going to ask about it? Are you going to be realistic about it so that you can give to that, so that you can feed that, so you can be the master of that? And I love this energy because it really does speak to the confidence and the light within to be able to make shifts, make changes, set things up, right? Whatever it is that's coming in for your idea bank, whatever it is that's lighting up within you. Now it's time to turn into a strategic plan for the future. Love this energy. Absolutely love this energy. If you want more information or insight on Capricorn season, I do have a Capricorn season pick a card. You choose your card, you choose from 3 cards, and you can watch your guidance instantly for this ambitious and practical season ahead. You may get some amazing insights through that. We have wonderful prompts that we pulled on for that particular pull. And then also, it is January. So if you want some guidance on your personal month ahead, there's a focus on the foundational energy that we're starting with. I look into your month ahead as we begin the year. You can reserve yours as well if that's something you're interested in. Both of those links will, of course, be down below if you're being called to it. Also, always check out the Intuitive Astrology playlist if you want to keep up with the astro guidance that's coming up next. We've got 3 aspects, 1, 2, 3, first, second, and third to start off the year. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that yet. I appreciate you coming to the channel, subscribing, and watching. And now for the practical practice, I'm going to clear the decks, if you will. And then we're going to set up some stones for you to choose from, and we're going to use this beautiful deck. This is called the Soul Truth deck, and it has all of these wonderful questions as well as insight on the back with a practice for you to begin the year with, which I think is perfect energy for this particular aspect. So let's get into that now for you. All right, I've laid out 4 stones for you to take a look at, to vibe with, to see which one is calling you. I am going to shuffle up the Soul Truth deck and lay out the cards that go along with the stone so you can take a moment if you'd like and just trust your intuition to lead you to the stone that's going to provide you with the question that you need to begin to start off the year with Mercury in Capricorn. This is a Celestite stone. This is an Amazonite or Amazonite, depending on how you like to say it, stone, Labradorite here, and an Orange Moonstone. And as you're taking that in, again, feel free to pause the video if you'd like. I'm going to give this deck a shuffle. And we will lay out the cards. So if you chose the Celestite, your question is, if I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Once you have your card, you can head down to the description and I will put the timestamps there for the turnover and the practice. Card option number 1. Option number 2, if you chose the Amazonite. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? Card number 2. If you chose the Labradorite, to whom am I comparing myself right now? And if you chose the Orange Moonstone, what am I most afraid of losing? As I said, we'll go over them in more detail, and I'll put those timestamps down below for you so you can head down to the description and just click on the stone and the card that you've chosen. Okay, group number 1. If I had a magic wand and could have anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Opening up the year, magic wand. It says, Burn with desire. There is a power in your desires. Let them be your fuel today. Your desires are your soul's wings, and it's time to take flight. Today's soul action for you is go within. Today, go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy and do that. So, following your happy is going to be a big part of this. And of course, burn with desire. I mean, we definitely saw that with the King of Fire showing up for sure. Choose what makes you happy and do that. It doesn't mean you have to have it all figured out, right? But this is a directive for the day and a wonderful question to journal on or ask yourself as Mercury moves into Capricorn. Okay, if you chose card number 2, how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? If your compassion does not include yourself, it's not complete or it's incomplete. The Buddha, apparently, a Buddha quote for you. And then your soul action for the day is to choose one self care action to do today. Ooh, and they give you a list. You might want to screenshot this if something's not popping out to you immediately as I'm reading through the list. 1, set stronger boundaries. 2, meditate and listen to your heart. 3, speak to yourself with compassion. 4, focus on your strengths. 5, say no to something that isn't a soul yes. 6, say yes to something you are afraid of. 7, let go of what you cannot control. 8, stay far away from drama and negativity. 9, ask for help and allow it. And 10, write down 3 things you are grateful for. Maybe you want to do multiple things on this list as your self-care action for the day to kick off the year. But is a good point. If your compassion doesn't include yourself, then it is incomplete. And asking yourself this question today and for the next couple of weeks if you need to is a good practice for this particular aspect. And then, make it through the list. You do not need to just stick to one of those things on the list. Whatever's calling to you. All right. If you chose option number 3, the Labradorite, who am I comparing myself to right now? Very interesting question for sure. Says, what you are able to see in another is only visible because it is within you, ready to be brought out. Very good point. Shine light on this feeling of not enough and see the truth. All that you need and want is within you. Lovely. You are the King of Fire, right? Your action for today's soul action, stop comparing and start creating. Focus on your fire here if you chose this card, and feel free to journal on this question or take note of it, conscious note of it, as Mercury moves into Cap. All right. Powerful. And if you chose the final 4th option with the Orange Moonstone, what am I most afraid of losing? Yeah, that feels like it runs deep. Let's see what we have to say. Ooh, quite a bit here. As we grow, change, and transform our lives, it requires us to let go of something that was to make room for something that will be. If you were to take the big leap today, would you feel scared of losing love, safety, or belonging? Ooh, these are lots of good, great journaling questions for you if you've chosen this card. What if it was a big fat lie? What if it was possible to lose any of those things because you have the power to give everything you need to yourself? Oh, what if it was impossible? Right. That's so nice. What if it all was a big fat lie? Today's soul action for you. Name that fear and look at the worst case scenario. Find a solution. Take your power back by being certain of who you are and where you're going. And you have a mantra here. I move forward knowing I am powerful beyond measure. I am loved. I am safe, and I belong. The next couple of weeks for you, if you've chosen this group, seem to be uncovering the truth, which is what we want here, and clarity around the fears that you might have popping up. So I would say don't be afraid to journal on this and use this mantra whenever you can. Amazing. Well, I hope that this serves you as Mercury moves into Cap. You can check out, of course, tomorrow's aspect. I'll have another beautiful card pull that involves a healing mantra tomorrow. And I hope you have a wonderful start to 2026.